City of Greeley is replacing thousands of old water meters that are nearing the end of their lives. In all, the city plans to replace about 30,000 water meters and has partnered with utility metering solutions to make that happen. With me today is John Goyne. He's an engineer with the City of Greeley's Water and Sewer Department. So John, talk about these old water meters. This is an old one here. Talk about why they're being replaced and what are the benefits of the new meters?
Well, these old ones are being replaced because some of them have been in the ground for upwards of 30 years and they're coming to the end of their useful life. So the new ones are a newer technology that does not have parts that wear out, as well as a usage transmitting device that allows a more constant record of water as it's being used. So with that, the old meters wake up once a month to transmit data with no information between those readings in those 30 days. So the new meters will allow a leak to be detected almost immediately, and therefore save a lot of water and money. And
So the old meters, I mean, if they're just reporting one time a month and these new ones are more, near constant, maybe not real time, but more constant, you think that'd be a little more accurate readings as well, right? And so people can expect to see that.
Correct. These the new meters will record lower flows, higher flows far more accurately, and therefore give a greater accuracy in the actual usage each month.
And so they'd be able to maybe even alert you to maybe the possibility of a leak or something like that, where you have like a spike in your usage.
Correct, and you could pinpoint that to the day and almost the time of day when it started, and it gives you you could check it on the day-to-day basis. If it's running all night, it's a good sign that you have a constant usage and a leak, and some of the things you can't always sense or tell without this kind of technology.
So, John, tell me a little bit about how the program is funded, because I know the city often pursues grants to lessen the impact on ratepayers. Is that what happened in this? And talk about the grants that the city has received.
It is. With the water savings that come with this new metering technology, the ability to track leaks, find them, detect them early, repair them early, the federal government, the Bureau of Reclamation in particular, has given us 2 grants over the past 3-4 years of totaling $3.5 million, which is about 25% of the whole project cost. So it's ratepayers that are funding this, but the government has come in and helped with about 25% of it.
Once customers get their new meters, what are some tips that you can suggest to make sure that they're maximizing that new meter's ability to, let the city know how much water is using? What are some tips that people can make sure they're following?
Well, the big thing is to keep any landscaping or fences or a vehicle parked over the meter lid to allow the transmitter to have clear access to the cell towers so it can transmit this data. So city code has it spelled out to keep meters accessible to the city, and it's important that there's nothing blocking the transmission of this usage data. If it is blocked, the city is forced to estimate usage, which is obviously has some inaccuracies in it and can lead to unnecessarily higher bills because of it. So again, it's most important to keep it clear and uncovered of grass, landscaping, cars, any improvements around the home or yard.
Okay, so John, a lot of times, maybe customers aren't home when UMS stops by, and maybe it's in a meter that they can't get to, whether it's inside or maybe in the backyard, there's a dog or something like that. I know UMS will do a door hanger, right, saying, hey, UMS was here, we need to schedule your water meter replacement. What does that process look like? And if somebody just outright says, you know what, I don't want my meter replaced, what can happen?
Well, you're right. UMS will put an initial door hanger up with their website, which has a calendar. You can go pick your time that works for you, and a phone number as well you can call to coordinate with UMS. So if we don't get a response within a couple of weeks, they'll put another second door hanger on that gives you a shorter couple day window to get in contact with them and schedule one. We haven't had to do it much, but there is a final notice with a shorter 48-hour limit, and at that point we will come over with the city to enforce city code and turn off water if absolutely necessary.
Yeah, obviously not something the city wants to do, but if their hand is forced, that's ultimately what'll wind up.
Correct.
Okay. All right. To find out when your meter is scheduled for replacement, follow the link on the screen, and be sure to sign up for WaterSmart at greeleygov.com/WaterSmart.